Hello, my friends. Welcome back to the Morning Mindset. I hope you're ready to get your mind aligned with the truth of God today. I want to say thank you to Emily, to Ryan, to Dylan, to Russell, to Jacqueline, a number of people who've come on in the last few weeks as partners of the Morning Mindset. Those are people who financially support us for as little as $5 a month. I would love to ask you to consider it as a thank you. I give you access to all kinds of things depending on your level of support. One of those things for all levels of support is an additional podcast that's for partners only called Digging Deeper. Currently, I've been going through a study in the book of Colossians, just verse by verse through Colossians, longer episodes that are getting into the teaching more in depth. If you're interested in becoming a partner, please check the link in today's episode description. All right, today, you may have noticed the title, Fearfully Hating Your Own Life. That sounds like a strange title because it is, but the book of Proverbs is very real about the way life is and the situations we get ourselves into. Part of that reality that it speaks to is the dynamics of what it's like to be in certain circumstances. So Proverbs 29, verses 24 and 25 says this, "The partner of a thief hates his own life. He hears the curse but discloses nothing. The fear of man lays a snare, but whoever trusts in the Lord is safe." Okay, now there's a couple of different things going on here, but overall, the context is one where a person has gotten themselves into an alliance with someone who's doing something wrong. In this case, it's a thief. But don't let the issue of theft throw you off. This is meant to just portray a circumstance where someone is aligned with a person who's doing a wrong thing. And they are in cahoots, so to speak, and they're working together toward this thing. And the implication is this person who's aligned with the thief doesn't like what's going on and wants out of the circumstance. It says he hears the curse but discloses nothing. So in other words, he's receiving pressure from somewhere. Maybe it's from both sides of the circumstance. One side is telling him, hey, tell us what you know so we can catch the thief in his act. And the other side is the thief saying, no, if you tell anybody, I'm going to really take care of you. You know, there's a threat. There's a curse that's coming down on this person. And he's keeping his mouth shut because he's afraid. Now, notice what Solomon says about that position, being in that position. The person hates their own life. Can you think of circumstances in our day and age where that statement is true? The partner of the thief hates his own life. Could you say the partner of the abuser hates their own life? The partner of the drug addict, the alcoholic, hates their own life. The partner of the person who's doing wrong hates their own life. And what it's saying is they're in a miserable place. They really wish things could be different. They hate the way their life is. And they're not saying anything. They're not taking action. And why are they not taking action? Well, it's because they're living fearfully. And there's a lot of reason to be afraid. There is a danger, many times, a very real danger in the world that that person lives in, that they're having to kind of keep a balance all the time of what's right to say, what shouldn't be said, and that fear keeps them in this place of being snared. Notice verse 25, the fear of man lays a snare, but whoever trusts in the Lord is safe. You see, we get in this trap because we're afraid. We let our fear drive us to places of bondage and places of staying trapped rather than learning through our trust in the Lord to step out of those scenarios. And by taking trusting actions to put ourselves in a safer, better place than we are otherwise. Friends, I know I've got to be speaking to some people who are in these circumstances where you're living with an abuser. You're living with an alcoholic. You're living with someone who's involved in crime and very bad things. And you're living in fear as a result. Friends, don't fear the person. Fear the Lord. Don't fear the outcome. Fear God. And trust Him to help you have the wisdom and the boldness to step out of that circumstance in a way that can protect you and that can get you the help that you need. Oh, dear Jesus, I know this is not a trivial thing, and it may sound as I speak here behind a mic in a comfortable studio that I really don't know what I'm talking about. But Lord, I know your word knows what it's talking about. And this dynamic of These dear friends, brothers and sisters who are stuck in a difficult circumstance, Lord, a dangerous circumstance, I ask you to give them opportunities to speak out in a way that brings a door of escape, that brings them a way to fear you and to walk with you into a better life where they don't have to hate the way their life is. They don't have to live in misery, Lord, but they rather can live in the joy of the Lord that comes from unaligning themselves with this person who's doing wrong. Lord, we ask you to be the judge and the protector of our dear brothers and sisters who are in these circumstances. In your name.